Hey, welcome to Striking Kitten. And this video is a little bit the intro of what we do and some of the products we make and just the idea behind them. So welcome and let's get started. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a framing square. So from here down to here is 2 feet, or this is 20 and a half, and across is 14 or 16 inches from that corner. So first we're going to talk about handles and kind of the evolution of how this happened. First I used baseball bats. So you can see I have a plethora of baseball bats, all different kinds. I've also hand turned a handle. We've used mercy bats that are used for killing large fish. And here is another bat handle. They kind of come in different variations. What we have done is we started turning my own handles, and so you can see that they're longer and skinnier. These are not finished. Different shaped ends to them. Also stained a few. And you can see by using this up here, you can actually hold it when you put the head on it. So this has actually turned out pretty nice with those, all preferences. And then a little shorty that I've made. So I turned that. So this has turned out to be a really good handle. I'll talk about the heads on that. Then we have one that's multicolored handle, which is a wonderful, tried with different colored paints, don't like it, going to refinish this one. I do have electro stem head attached to it right now, so any of this head can be attached to any of those handles there. So this one you would plug in, and I'll go over that in short. But some of my other handles, just using these to put on the flogger. And then for the ones that want them to spin, these are the spinning ones. These are over a ½ pound. These are almost 9 ounces. So this whole thing here is well into over 9 ounces. Probably close to about 3/4 of a pound. Okay. So those I can attach to any head as well. So any of these can then be used with these heads. So first flogger is sundown, and what I also do is I use an eye bolt that's 3 inches. I use a 1/4 inch nut, and this is how you hang them. So you would just hang them like so. On some of the bats, I've also added a magnet. These are great, so you can actually hang them while playing. You can hang them on metal objects such as lamps, a corner metal bead on a corner, a metal door frame. You can hang the flogger heads. So these magnets are really kind of fun to play with. So this one is, the balls are 18 inches on this one with a 2-inch head. This is 2 inches. This is buckshot. Buckshot, the red ones, actually have buckshot in the end. And is just a little bit shorter. That one's 16 inches on this one. Also do then suede. This is I have a matching pair here. I've also added the ability to put small heads, which are, as you can see, down here, they're all the strands, and then there's a centerpiece that's inside. And I'll show you on that, and this one as well, going on the handles. So I've made short floggers. These are doubled over. These can be very thuddy. This is actually a fun one. I put it with this handle, and this handle with this head have really been a good combination. Whereas with some of these other handles, this is not as fun or as easy to throw. So you could always just get a handle and attach. Then we went on to make some of these slappers. This is with the smooth side out, much stingier, much more of a sting. And you can see these all just hang, so you can hang these up. This one is for someone, so I will cover the name. So this one is what they look like new. Okay. These make a lot of noise. Now this one is the same length, same leather. And you can see that this one is turned into its own soft, supple leather. Great for noise, and it's a lot of thud, but you can throw it with sting. They're all hand stitched. Same 2-inch head. And the last one I've done, this is the shorter one. This is the actual dragon tail. Dragon tail to one of the heads. Yeah. So you will go through. Let me show. I'll take this one, and we will use this one here. Okay. Take the head off. Do the bolt off. Slide it through. These are not designed to be swapped out during the scene or during the play, unless you're taking a long break or they were left for punishment to be by themselves. I have a ratchet. So that's on. Doesn't twist, it won't undo. And you can if I had more skin, I could make a good slap for you, but we'll need assistance from someone for that. So now if I were to take a small one, this one. So it's kind of more of a, what do I want in handles. With the bat, with the wood, once it's finished, you can just refinish it. You can do a lot of different things. With some of these, I don't really tighten these down that much. This is a kind of fun little one there. So if I take this one out, and got it. Let's take with this unfinished one. Okay. in the middle. Run this down. And this is why you wouldn't do it during a sync. Wouldn't take long. I've got a power drive unit in my toolbox, but this is what you would normally take. So there it is. So the nice thing is, if I take this, you can't see that, we'll just knock them off, but they're balanced pretty much at the head. Okay, here. Where they balance is pretty much between those two middle rings. So on this, so these will be balanced. Pretty much every one of them comes in balanced between these two rings. So it does help to feel. We're not going to do that one. Let's take another one. This one. Oops. No. Let's do it so you can see that this is what I would get laid out during the events, right? So this one, set it here, and see about where the balance is. It's right on this ring right here. And with this handle, this also balances pretty well. Okay. So I can grab up here. So if I want to fill up close, I can do that. These are great for a little bit of impact, because they're hard. And these are a lot of hardwood. Not bad. Some of the ones I've turned have actually come out of the unused portion of the baseball bat, not handle, so to speak. So take that. We'll take this. This is a fun one. Let's take it and put it on. Oh, my hand carved one. Now this one is not hardwood. This one is used out of pine. So any of these handles I can put whatever head I want. I don't think I need to show that. If I needed to, I could. Twisted because it is. So this one is 9 degrees. So it's a nice little bump. You do get a little tendency to jump, but this is a test one to kind of understand the head and how I would finish it up. So this is a fun. So with this, we'll go to the fact that hard to attach. This one. So with the sun, it's not going to turn. Nothing's going to turn on it. So this effectively hangs. This will swivel. These are designed to swivel up to 800 pounds of force on them. They'll take up to 1,200 pounds structural. I can take this ring off if I wanted to. I guess I could do that real quick. Take my pin out, change out my leather, and maybe match, or if this wears out or if I have a problem with it, I can come back and I can change it. So someone may not like it that skinny, someone might not that wide, so I could then cut it this side and then make it wider or make it thinner. These are something you would get together, but you can see that it wouldn't take an enormous amount of time. You could do that before you started. So, and then this one, I could put the other one on. I don't see where there's a benefit to show. I could use this one. It does not have a swivel in it, but it does have the ability to, as it will self-center, so it kind of spins it. It's all personal preference. It's how you want to do it. This one. And one other one. I have used this as a golf ball. Not sure about it. This actually will help as you hit. It will actually spin and rotate, but these links will realign to help throw the flogger. So this is actually a pretty fun handle. It's not as the truest would be more someone like this. A lot of people wouldn't like the weight, so it is what I mean. I have something like this I could do. You know, I want to do something lighter. It still spins. This does turn, but same idea. Same idea for that. The other one is this one that we have. So this one is for electric stimulation. So electric gauge. This is just regular 14 gauge house wire. Comes down in here. This takes a plug that in. I can then do it beforehand. Come up. And I got it all twisted. Sorry about that. I could do it like this, so it doesn't put tension on this. This is in there. This would be fine. And on the other end, taking this rod, this goes inside the neon wand. This goes through. Turned up all the way. This will make arcing sounds, but you won't get spark. So this is not a direct or indirect. This is actually an extension of the actual violet wand. So this can become very, very painful. I have another one. Haven't made the head for it yet. This is another one that'll be made, and then this will be effectively attached onto a head and recessed back in and put in there and wrapped and covered. So just like this one, so you can't really tell. So this will be sitting down in here, and a nice ring. So I've decided that after this one, it is worth the endeavor to continue to do E-stem. We like it. So take that off. Move that to the side. So effectively that's kind of what we do. So once you find that favorite handle, I can go on a finger flogger and say, you know, I don't want it for today or the mood I'm in or the mood they're in. I don't want that. So today, I want to use a different tool. And you wouldn't have to have them screwed on. You could actually have them, keeps them from getting lost. So I kind of like that. Now I've got this handle on. So now I have the ability to turn it around, hold it here, hold it down here, hold it between the fingers, and pretty much whatever is your preference for that. And these are 18-inch balls. Yeah, those should be 18. Yep, 18, and then the 2-inch head plus the handle. And if I take this handle, here's my finger. So you can see if I go up, I'm not moving my finger, and it's a little heavy on the handle. So somewhere the center point is probably here. Right about there. Oh, it's right at the edge of that ring. It's plain right, it's right here in this part. So I hope that gives you some insight. I will show you real quick that I'm done. So I can use my snap. What did I do? I don't know what I did. Just find the center of it. That way it gives you an idea that, you know, I know with a flogger with a nice leather handle. And I have wrapped these in leather. It's hand stitched down. When I covered the end, that's incredibly difficult. It's easier if they stay pretty much straight across, as far as the same diameter. Otherwise, the radius changes. And if you work with leather, that makes it so much fun. So now I just take one of these. Spin it on a few times, and now it hangs. So if I have it, I can take one thing. I can get this unhooked. There we go. So I can take just a regular carabiner, put it on there, and hook this onto a hanger or some other thing, and then it will hang. So there is a lot of different possibilities to take care of them, so you don't have to have something special. Plus, now something that would be this long and I have to fold over to carry, right? So now I'm carrying it like this. I don't have to do that. I can take this and I can fold it over like so, and it would be no real longer than the handle. So it packs a lot easier. Plus, you only take which handles you want. You don't. This one's a fun one, but it depends on the mood and how I'm going to swing. With this wider base baseball bat with a taper, it goes way wide down here. This one's actually good for a dragon, which is kind of fun. I didn't think that it would be. This was just an experiment this has been pretty good. So, you know, it is anything you can think of. So if I take this, like an aluminum, I could take that. It won't hold up, but that'll be too far of a shot. So, but anyway, so sometimes they put magnets on for the fun ones, and then from there I pretty much go. So we effectively review. You've got leather strap that becomes very nice. It's a great noise. You have V-stem possibilities. You have a dragon tail possibility. You have a standard flogger like that, or I can take and put another like this. I covered them. Took that one off. Or I can take and use it and turn it into a finger flogger. Oh, here it is. Or I can take this and pair of finger floggers with different types of heads. And I also can then go into more rope or straps, beads. If I did the beads, I would probably make a stem as well for the pull chain. Same thing. Round of 9 pull chains about this long. Wrap those, secure them. This is not going to come off. This will. I'm not sure. I could probably lay it over top. The way this is attached to there, it's not gonna. You're gonna destroy the ends or wear them out. Some other means before you do that. Probably the biggest one is the wear point in here up against the rope as you tighten this down. So that could be. That's why this is. We're in testing on these. I'm not quite sure. You may have to change around a little bit what I'm using on the inside, or when I ramp the leather, make that a little bit looser for that. Other than that, I think you've got a good idea that everything's hand cut leather down here. I use regular real leather, not glued back together, and call it leather, genuine leather. This is real leather or suede, and you can tell this is going to be very good. And it's got marks from. It's just got marks. We'll leave it at that. And you know, these type things. This is our logo. It's a kitten on a pedestal. So we normally always name. Handle. This one is from the first leather flogger I made. So this is leftover leather, and ended up turning into this miniature flogger. And with this handle, it's really been fun. This handle works with any of the other pieces. So you have one handle, so you can have 10 handles and five different heads. It doesn't really matter. Or you could have 2 handles and 10 different floggers, and you decide which you want to do. So you get a nice matching pair of handles, and that's what you do. Maybe you put one of the handles on something like this, and then you put the other one on a flogger. So either way, I think it's a good solution to the person that's throwing, have their choice of what they want to use, and the receiver what they're in the mood for, whether it's soft, duddy, or become very, very painful when thrown. So the only thing with these, you do need to have an extension for the socket to go in. So, or not socket, but an extension. If you take the socket and do that, you wouldn't be able to just use that. You'd have to come off on that. So, other than that, I think that'll probably pretty much do it. You have a great day.